The amazing CPUs manufactured by AMD under the tag of Ryzen series are selling like hotcakes. If you have also jumped on this bandwagon, then you have made the right choice. The Ryzen series is just the perfect choice for all the gamers out there. In this video we will review the top 5 best motherboard for Ryzen 5 3600X you can buy right now. To get more information on any of these products, check out the links in description box below for more information. Now let's get started. At number 1, it's ASUS ROG Strix B450. The first motherboard that we are going to discuss is the ASUS ROG Strix that offers you some cool features. This motherboard is powered by the 2nd generation AMD Ryzen AM4 as well as the 7th generation Athlon processors that help you in maximizing connectivity as well as the speed that comes with dual NVMe.2 connectors. There are different connections available that you can use in order to ace the multitasking game. There is a 5-way optimization that offers you with auto-tuning and also has FanSpert 4 that automatically tailors the overclocking as well as profiles you with the build for maximum OC performance along with dynamic system cooling so that your motherboard is always optimized at all times. There is also a pre-mounted I/O shield that ensures that you have a proper installation that represents the ROG's attention and also the detail along with the quality. This motherboard is industry-leading with its Channel 8 HD audio that offers you the ROG exclusive Supreme FXS 1220 that is driven by other creators. The operating system is of Windows 10 with a 64-bit. This motherboard offers you a maximum of 64 GB worth of DDR4 at the speed of 3200 MHz. There is also an Aura Sync RGB lighting feature installed that gives you the additional 2 RGB headers that provide you with a nearly endless spectrum of colors that have the ability to synchronize effects across the ever-expanding ecosystem of enabled products. At number 2, it's MSI B450 Gaming Plus. So the next motherboard we have on the list is the MSI Gaming AMD motherboard that has been in the news for its superb features that give you the freedom to explore your gaming even more after every game. This motherboard supports the AMD Ryzen with Radeon graphics that have the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd generation graphics along with it. The 2nd generation that it supports has the Ryzen Radeon Vega graphics that are super fast and smooth in function. There is Mystic Light along with a Mystic Light Sync feature that offers you 7 colors that have 7 different effects you can explore at the touch of one single click. There are also RGB synchronized with the option of customization with different solutions. The motherboard also offers you lightning-fast gaming experience with the help of Turbo M2 AMD Steremi technology that also has the AMD Turbo USB 3.2 with Gen 2 features. The core boost of the motherboard is also great as it gives you a premium layout that is optimized with a powerful design and also supports more cores along with a better performance. The RAM capacity is 64 GB along with the internal memory capacity of 64 GB each. The Athlon with Radeon Vega graphics is yet another one of the desktop processors that this motherboard supports. This motherboard also has DDR4 memory that has the range of 4133 MHz. At number 3, it's ASUS Prime B450M. ASUS motherboard has some promising features to offer its users. The reason that I am adding ASUS to the list is pretty simple: they offer you great features every time. This motherboard that ASUS offers its users is powered by the 2nd generation AMD Ryzen AM4 processors that offer maximum speed and efficiency in everything we do, be it playing games or streaming songs or even watching a certain movie. This motherboard does it all with little or no help. It is basically maximum speed and connectivity with NVMe.2 USB connections such as Gen 2 and DDR4 or the memory slots. There is 5 times more protection using the 3 hardware level that safeguards and provides with the component as well as longevity and reliability. There is also Aura Sync RGB header that provides you with a nearly endless spectrum of colors from which you can choose and use the synchronize effects across an ever-expanding ecosystem of enabled products. What more can one ask from its motherboard now? ASUS Corporate Stable model is complementary to the advanced replacement and also has a long life cycle that can be utilized with the COM reader along with the PS2 ports that are for legacy needs. There are also patent-pending safe slot cores that are fortified with a PI slot that prevents any damage that may be caused due to heavyweight issues. There are also heatsink features that make sure that your motherboard stays optimized at all times without any worry. At number 4, it's ASUS TUF B450M. Here we have yet another ASUS motherboard. This motherboard has some amazing features, so let us discuss the features of ASUS TUF B450M in detail. The reason why there is an Asus device always mentioned on the list is that they offer some top quality products for their users. Asus has been in the news for great features at affordable prices, and it certainly offers you great devices. There is also unmatched personalization that gives Asus exclusive Aura Sync with RGB lighting that it deserves, and there is also an additional RGB header present for that amazing work function. This motherboard is equipped with the second generation AMD Ryzen AM4 that has superb connectivity and speed, along with the NVMe.2 feature that also gives you various connections that are necessary for a better functioning and smooth user experience. There are military-level grade tough components like the tough LAN guard, tough chokes, tough capacitors, tough MOSFETs that allow maximum durability always and everywhere. Tough protection sees to it that you get the safe slot and overvoltage protection that ensures component stability throughout the functioning and does not ditch the user at the last minute. At number 5, it's MSI B450 Tomahawk Max. MSI B450 Tomahawk Max is the revision of the previously known B450 Tomahawk motherboard, and it added the support of third-generation AMD Ryzen processors out of the box, while previously, you had to update the BIOS of the motherboard to make the third-generation processors work. The design of the motherboard is pretty much the same as that of the original Tomahawk, with a bit more black color. There is a slight touch of gray color here and there, but most of the motherboard is black in color. There is RGB lighting on the right side of the laptop. The heat sinks on this motherboard are not as big as some of the more expensive motherboards, but the cooling performance is more than satisfactory. The VRM of the motherboard is also good enough to handle high-end processors, and you would be fine even if you upgrade your Ryzen 5 3600X to Ryzen 9 3900X, etc. There are 4 DIMM slots on the motherboard, and the supported speeds of the motherboard are now as high as 4000 MHz, while Tomahawk supported around 34-33 MHz RAM sticks. There are 5 PCIe slots on the motherboard where 2 of them are PCIe X16 slots, and the rest are PCIe X1 slots. For storage, MSI Tomahawk Max provides 6 SATA 3 ports with 6 Gbps of speeds. Also, it comes with an M2 slot which can be used with a high-speed SSD drive. As for the I/O of the motherboard, there are 6x 3.5mm audio jacks, 1x USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C port, 1x USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-A port, 2x USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A ports, an RJ45 port, an HDMI port, a DVI-D port, a PS2 port, 2x USB 2.0 ports, and a BIOS button. Since it is a B450 chipset, you don't get the support for PCIe 4.0, although the memory performance of this particular motherboard is much better than the older B450-based motherboards. The BIOS chip of this motherboard has a size of 32 MB, while the original Tomahawk motherboard had a BIOS chip of 16 MB. This lets the user update the chip to the latest versions without any problem, so that the company does not have to drop support for older processors. All in all, MSI B450 Tomahawk Max is a motherboard that seems like a great option for someone who wants a mid-range motherboard that not only supports third-generation processors out of the box, but also provides great memory performance, as well as powerful VRM that can withstand high TDP processors. The design of the motherboard is surely not as good as flagship motherboards, but the functionality is as close as you can get with this much budget. And with that we come to the end of our review. No matter what your tastes, I'm pretty sure you'll find something here that works well for you, and I'm confident you'll enjoy it. Until next time, have fun.